Welcome to the Thrift Store Kitchen Review, where I test all the weird junk from the thrift store so you don't have to. Welcome to today's edition of the Thrift Store Kitchen Review. Today I have one of the most common items that I find in the thrift store, the Hamilton Beach Breakfast Sandwich Maker. Purchased at Goodwill in Woodstock, Georgia for $3.99. This one is in kind of dirty condition, as you can see, but the price was right. So I am going to get this cleaned up and back in functioning condition, and we're going to test it out. So I've gotten my $3.99 Hamilton Beach Breakfast Sandwich Maker cleaned up. Just took a little bit of soap and water. I ran the central ring assembly, which is removable right here, through the dishwasher. And I ran the machine hot so that it would kill off any residual bacteria. I've read through the manual, and apparently I have to place an English muffin here, put pre-cooked breakfast meat on top of it, then this plate that's removable, I pour an egg onto that plate, float the top of the English muffin on top of the uncooked egg, and then I close it. No wonder why this thing is so common in thrift stores. It's just a stupid item in my opinion, but we're going to see how well it turns out. This thing comes off as something that very few people bought for themselves, but it's been gifted a lot. It's right at that price point where it's the type of gift you buy for somebody because you feel obligated to buy them a gift and just didn't put any thought into it. You know, like your kid's teacher, your boss, Father's Day, that type of stuff. So I'm going to get this thing preheating and get some ingredients, and we're going to make us a breakfast sandwich. The sandwich maker is preheated, so let's get to breakfast assembly. Now, this bottom ring really only has room for an English muffin. You don't really have many other options. I mean, if you want to be cheap about it and use a hamburger bun, that's really the only other thing that might fit in this machine. The manual suggested a small bagel, but personally, I've never seen a bagel that wouldn't be too big for this. So we're going to pop the English muffin in, put some of our leftover ham from our video about the Mr. T Flavor Wave oven that we filmed yesterday. A little piece of the outside of the ham wants to stay. Then we shut the first ring. Now we have to pour the scrambled egg onto the second ring. Hopefully this doesn't spill out. I'm assuming it's going to start cooking pretty quickly once it's poured in here. And then we're going to put our English muffin top on top of this uncooked egg according to the manual. Now the light just went off, but according to the manual, the light really means nothing. And it's supposed to take about 5 minutes for the sandwich to cook, so we'll be back in 5 minutes to see how our sandwich looks. It's been 5 minutes since we put our sandwich in, so we're going to check this. Open up the top. Honestly, that egg looks somewhat better than I thought was going to, so let's unplug this and pull this sandwich out. Once the power's off, according to the manual, the first thing you have to do is flip this little handle which pulls the center plate out and drops the egg on top of the rest of the sandwich. And here we go. And that actually worked. Now we have to lift this, and unfortunately it's not coming out. It did say going one by one might work better. That egg is pretty stuck on there, but we got it. Now let's lift the second ring. And here's our sandwich. Honestly, it looks a little bit better than I thought it would. The muffins aren't burnt. everything's nice and hot and the egg is cooked all the way through. I may have given this device a worst first impression than we actually got out of it. So I'm going to let this cool for a sec, then I'm going to take a bite. So my sandwich was surprisingly good. I was thinking this was some stupid cheap novelty item, but in reality it actually makes a pretty good sandwich. For what I paid for it, I was thinking I was going to get rid of it when I was done, but I'm going to keep it and I'm going to use it again. But before we go, we have one more test. We've plugged our sandwich maker back in. It's preheated back up to its optimal operating temperature. We found out it makes a pretty good breakfast sandwich. Now we have one more thing to discover. Will it glizz? Let's open this up. There's still a little dirt on there, but that'll clean right off. We got a hot dog, and we're going to bend it and get it into that center ring. It wants to go down. There we go. Close it, and we're going to try this out. I have hope for this. After that breakfast sandwich, I'd imagine this thing's going to make a better hot dog than the hot dog toaster ever did. You can hear that hot dog sizzling in there. Let's open it up and take a look. Oh yeah, that's looking real good. Flip it over so the bottom gets some of that surface. Get some brown. Oh, it's got a little bit of leftover egg on it. Well, egg never killed anybody. Well, there is that whole salmonella thing, but I'd say that egg is more than sufficiently cooked. Give it another minute or so and we'll see how our hot dog turns out. I'm thinking this hot dog's done. Let's pull it out. Oh yeah, that's a good looking hot dog. Let me pull it out with the fork. Wipe this little bit of egg off. Throw it on a bun. And take a bite of this real quick. Probably go ahead and unplug this too. Yeah, that hot dog actually came out good. Here we go. Yet another device, a completely unintended one that cooks a better hot dog than the hot dog toaster. Thanks again for watching. This has been the Thrift Store Kitchen Review. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for notifications about our future content, and be sure to go out and support your local thrift store. Have a great day.